We're given the revenue, which is 50x minus 0.5x squared. We are given the total cost, which is 4x plus 10. So let's see. R of x, C of x, and P of x be respectively the revenue, cost, and profit in dollars from the production and sale of x items. So everything is in dollars and x is in items, number of items. Find P of x. That's question A, part A. How do I find P of x? I was given the revenue, I was given the total cost. How do I find P of x?
Revenue minus cost?
Absolutely. So revenue of x minus total cost. I copy 50x minus 0.5x squared. Remember, we subtract the cost. I have to subtract both terms. I have to combine like terms and rearrange everything correctly. This is the first term. 50x minus 4x is 46x and minus 10. So I found the profit function. Great job. Thank you. Part B. R of 20, C of 20, and P of 20. Fine. Profit at 20, revenue at 20, and cost at 20. Good. So I'm going to plug it in. I am going to share my screen. Here it is. Okay. So in y equals, I clear everything I have, and I'll put them in this particular order. Profit, negative 0.5 x squared plus 46x and minus 10. First one is profit, then is revenue. 50x minus 0.5 x squared. And the last one is the cost, 4x plus 10. Why do I do this? 4x plus 10. Let me check, make sure I plugged in everything. 50, yes, 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 correct. So look what happens when I plug in 20, I get all three numbers at the same time. So the first one is 710. The second one is 800. And the last one is 90. Good. Next. R prime, C prime, and F prime. Okay. So part C. I'm going to still keep them in the same order. P prime, R prime, and C prime. Good. Can anyone differentiate the profit for us? And tell me what to write. Profit prime, revenue prime, cost prime. So Rakita, which one do you want to work on? The profit, the revenue, or the cost? Ezra, which one?
Revenue.
Revenue, please. Awesome. Ezra, which one do you want to work on? The revenue was taken.
Profit.
Awesome. Thank you. And who would like to work on the cost? Brian, do you want to try the cost? Brian is not with us. Who would like to do the cost?
Oh, good.
Perfect. When you're ready, I'll put him in. Awesome. Thank you for the help.
Cost is 4.
Cost is 4 indeed. Measurement unit.
So the profit is negative x plus 46.
So you did the profit? Okay, then good. So negative x plus 46. Good. And the revenue?
Give me a second, please.
Sure. Take your time. Can anyone give us the measurement unit? This is the measurement unit for profit, revenue, and cost. But what is the measurement unit for these?
Is it dollar unit?
Per unit. Very good. It has to have a ratio as the measurement unit. It's the measurement unit for the y variable over the measurement unit for the x variable. Awesome. Great job. Thank you.
I can't see the equation.
For the revenue,
I can see it now.
yes, 50x minus 0.5x squared. And then we move on to D. So we get from the first piece, what do we get from differentiating 50x?
50
Excellent. And then I have to copy minus.
minus 1.
Exactly. Minus 1x or just x. Awesome.
1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great job. Excellent, everyone. Thank you. Now they want R prime of 20, C prime of 20, and P prime of 20. Good. We don't need a calculator. I saw that, Brian. I'm sorry about the microphone. Okay. So P prime of 20, R prime of 20, and C prime of 20. We don't need the calculator for that. P prime of 20. What do I write?
What is it? Just the answer or the...
Yes, so negative 20 plus 46 is 26. Measurement unit, you already told me. Revenue at 20.
30.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. And this is already $4 per unit. Great job. Okay, now let's see what else they want. Explain what each quantity in parts B and D represents. Okay, so obviously this is the cost, revenue, and profit when we manufacture 20 items or 20 units. This is the rate of change when we manufacture X number of units. In how fast is the profit, the revenue, and the cost changing at that instant, or right immediately after. And this is how fast is changing. They're all positive. So how fast is the profit changing when we manufacture 20? It's changing at the rate of $26 per unit. So this basically predicts the cost, I'm sorry, the profit obtained on the 21st item. This predicts the revenue we will get if we produce the 21st and sell the 21st item, and so on and so forth. Well done. Okay. I know we only have 4 minutes left. Okay. I don't know if I can finish a problem like this, which is a very important type of problem, in 4 minutes. So maybe we should go back and just in 4 minutes we can approximate. So I wasn't able to finish. This is a longer section than the other two that are left. So let's approximate any of these using the definition that we just looked at. Sorry, I have to mute you, so there is no background noise. I apologize for that. Okay, so let's choose an approximation. Which number would you like to approximate? And you will see how easy it is with the formula that we just looked at. So let's pick one. Which one?
17.
17. 17 says the cube root of 1005. Awesome. And what we discussed tonight, the most important formula was this one. F of a big number plus a tiny error, big number, tiny error, approximately F equals, it's approximately F of X, F of the big number plus the derivative at the big number times the error. Big error, big error. So what we need to determine now, there are three things, maybe four, but three things initially. Function. So let's identify which function we are dealing with. Look at this and tell me which function we are dealing with here.
X cubed.
Very good. We are dealing with the cube root of x. Good. So this was identified. Now I want to identify the big number. Tell me what big number you think we are looking at, keeping in mind that this is the cube root, and what tiny number we are looking at as the minor error by comparison. Once I identify these two, the rest, I just fill it in. I don't have to do anything else. So I need to identify the big number, keeping in mind that we have the cube root, and I need to identify the error. Yes, I also have to find f prime. So remember, f of x can be written as x to 1/3, and when we differentiate, we bring down 1/3, and we subtract 1 from the power. So this is done, this is done. I only need to identify the big and the small. So look at 1005 and say, the big is and the small is. What is the big and what is the small? Can anyone tell us in 1005 what will be the big and what will be the small? Give it a shot. Keeping in mind that we have the cube root of x to look
Is
at.
cube the big?
Say it again.
Is cube the big?
So in 1005, so this is 1005. It's composed of a big number and a small number. Which one would be big and which one would be small in 1005? What do you think? If I give somebody $1,005, how would you think it would be split in somebody's mind? I'm giving you $1,005. How would you think about it?
1,005.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a tiny error by comparison. So I know I went over, I apologize for that. So f of 1005, or if you want the cube root of 1005, and I'll stop, we can calculate the next time. It will be f of 1000 plus f prime of 1000 times 5. And that's it. And we'll calculate it on Tuesday.